What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here from Muscle Serpents Daily, and it's Monday morning. I just entered the snake room. I haven't been here all weekend. It was a busy weekend for me covering bodybuilding shows, so I had cleaned pretty well on Friday, so I was pretty happy to, not go into the snake room very much. I have a weird feeling that I'm going to find a clutch of eggs today. I don't know. I saw a lot of weird belly-up behaviors before I went in here on Friday while I was cleaning. I suspect, let's see if I'm right, we're going to find a clutch of ball pythons. Let's go in and take a look. This is totally unexpected. I didn't think it was coming this soon. I mean, if that girl's not laying on a stack of eggs, I don't know what is. I don't see a single egg, but carpet python eggs are really small. Put it this way, I didn't expect it so much that I still have the male in with her. And as you can see, the male, I wanted nothing to do with her the last couple weeks. And that's typical. But this is a pretty big, I have her in an oversized cage because she's in an olive python cage. I had to put her in because I was wintering, I should say, the olive pythons in the other room. So I kind of gave her the cage. So she's got plenty of room. So they're not really in each other's way. She usually goes first of all my snakes. You can see, look at her, you can see her like shivering or moving, gyrating her body to keep the eggs warm. I don't know why she would, because she's sitting on a hot spot, but maybe it's not hot enough. She's probably a little scared because I got a camera in her face too. This is my double het snow female that laid 3 years in a row clutches, and this is number 4, except I used a different male this time. This male is supposed to be a caramel double het snow. So we might actually, if all works out, produce a caramel snow. I don't know. And I don't even know what that would look like. I don't even know if we'd call that a moon glow or not. Because I would assume you'd want a super caramel snow would be a moon glow. But I don't know. Who knows? No one's done it. I don't know if anyone's done it. We'll have to take a look. Now, she's not going to want to get off these eggs. And so I'm going to have to finesse them off the eggs. And then give her a little washing. Put the eggs in the egg box. This looks like a pretty big mound. I don't know. If it is a big mound, I may have to go to 2 egg boxes. But these carpet python eggs are probably half the size of a ball python egg. Maybe even smaller. That's why they're a real pain in the neck to get these things feeding. But all right, let's see what we can do here. Off to a good start. Let's see what we can do here. See how aggressive she is first. Kind of just play with her a little bit. She's not going to be happy. Oh boy, that's a big mound of eggs. Look at that. Look how high these things are piled. Wow. This might be the biggest pile of eggs I've ever seen. All right, I'm going to stick my hand in there. I think I'm safe. She is such a sweetheart. I washed her off. I put her in this new big cage. She didn't strike at me once. She was very, very playful, if anything. And I stole her eggs on top of that. So this is one of my favorite snakes, really. I've had her for a long time. She's 2013. Here's her eggs I stole. It's a nice clutch size. This will fit in one egg thing. Look at how many eggs there are. I told you, these things are small. Carpet python eggs are small. There's 2 slugs here. These are no good. These are infertile. Throw those out. These all look like they're pretty good. Some of these were not quite. They might have been rolled, so I'm going to candle these things with my phone using my light, and I'm going to see where the veins and arteries are, and I'm going to put them right into the egg box. They all fit into the egg box, as I figured they would. These were all clumped together right here, so I just left them rather than try to pull them apart, because they're a little dry, because I think it was the cage I had them in was a little dry, so I'm going to put them in the incubator with a lot of moisture, and they'll moisten up pretty well, I'm sure. These all had blood vessels in them. I didn't candle all these. I candled these ones that were not attached. And they look pretty good. So we have 3. Let's see if we can count them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think we have about 25. I know that's a pretty weird count. I usually get about 25 eggs from her every single year. It's crazy how it's consistent. And this was a different male this time. So she's the one dictating the clutch number. And so every year I have 25. So this is the third year I'm getting 25. The first year she only gave me one good egg, and I show you that male, I show you that female all the time I have. She's still like juvenile size. She won't eat on her own. I don't even know why I keep her. I have to force feed her. I gotta shove a mouse down her throat. Small one. And, but she's like my little mascot. She's like the first carpet python I ever produced. She's an albino. But then last year, 2 years ago, she produced a gray clutch, and I got my male snow from that. Last year, she actually produced another male snow, and it died. It didn't eat, unfortunately, but I got a few albinos and some axanthics from that clutch. They're growing up. The funny thing is I haven't really sold that many carpets. I'm like Eric Burke. I keep all my carpets. So I have some nice size ones from that clutch 2 years ago. Last year's are starting to grow really well. They ate a little better than the ones from the year before. So this year we'll see what we got. We're going to put some saran wrap on this and put it in the incubator. Never leave the cage door open when you're putting your eggs in the incubator. This guy was gone. I didn't know where he went. This is the male that was in there. He went for a little hide in the day. I was looking all over him. I was going through the security cameras, and then he just stuck his head out. He's like, all right, I'm here. I'm not really going anywhere. Just vacationing. Just looking for a little hideout, that's all. How funny is that? He's a nice snake too. I really love carpets. They get a bad rap when they're babies. They're so tame. They tame down so well when they get older. Beautiful little boy. The bows would be biting the camera. Olives would be eating the camera. Look at that head pattern. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna feed. I have to pull in that clutch. We're gonna feed the growing Burmese python. My albinos, my females. Females are eating now nice medium rats. They could probably eat large ones, but not until I move them. This is actually an off week of eating. I'm not feeding anyone. I was originally supposed to go to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and then they canceled a lot of it. Not the whole thing, because of this coronavirus scare. And so I said, I'm staying home. I'll play with my snakes. So I wasn't going to feed this week. And I told my rodent guy, don't come. But this morning I said, you know what, I'm going to defrost a few of these rats. Some of the grow up stuff I'm doing. Just a couple. Nothing. I'm not touching any ball pythons today. Just the Burms are going to get some food and a couple boas. Let's see if Annie Hall, our anaconda, will eat her bird of the week. Eventually I got to try to get her on rodents. Just too lazy right now. Oh, she got it. She's so civilized about the way she takes these things. Look at that. It's like she's eating a little hors d'oeuvre. She'll pull it right into her little hide box there. And she's happy. I wish they all ate so easily. I look like I was right. I had a sneaking suspicion. This is a nice little clutch. I just want to just tell you, don't feel bad if you leave your males in. I leave my males in way longer than I should. But you know what? I find that if you pull them too early, you wind up with infertile eggs. As you can see, if a female wants to lay eggs, the male's not getting in the way. This girl is sitting on a mound of eggs, and this is a scaleless head bred to a scaleless head. This scaleless head female I showed you guys last year, she changed color, and turned really, really light after one shed in the middle of her lifetime. She's since she's gotten gravid with this clutch, she's darkened up a little bit, but you can see there's definitely a difference between her and the male. The male's definitely darker. They looked exactly the same when I first got her. She almost became like hypo, at some point. And I've heard other snake breeders say that they've experienced the same thing. Now, once again, you're better off leaving the males in too long than too little. I just didn't time this right. I actually thought she had more time. This girl has gone early every year for me when she's laid. First time she did 2 years ago, she laid infertiles, but last year she gave me 4 good eggs. One was a scaleless. I'll show you that female that's growing in a minute. And this is a pretty big mound of eggs. I'm assuming, I'd like to believe that we have at least another scaleless in there. Maybe a male this time. I have a female scaleless. I produced only one from two litters last year. and 2 clutches. Let's see, these are big eggs too. Look at how big those eggs are. Nice and plump and fluffy too. All right, let's pull these things out. All right, here's my scaleless female that I produced last year from that same female that you see laying on a clutch of eggs. And she is gorgeous, as you can see. She just shed out. She's got a little bit of shed still stuck in her. But this is a normal. Isn't it amazing how different a scaleless normal looks from a regular normal? Unbelievable colors. I can't wait to produce more. I wouldn't let this girl go. Someone offered me some decent money for her when I produced her, and I had to put up a video of her. I said, nah, I'll keep her. It's kind of like a mascot. My very first scaleless. Can't let that go. I have my first normal still, and I have my first scaleless here. She'll stay with me. There it is. That is 2, 4, 6, 8 really nice eggs. Now, if we play the odds, 1 in 25, or I should say 25%, 1 in 4 chance of getting a scaleless animal, theoretically, on paper, mathematically, that should mean we would have 2 scaleless babies. As we know, it never works out that way. I'd be happy with 1. You never know. I could get 3. You know, you don't know. It's we'll find out, obviously. And obviously, the good thing is that the incomplete dominant form, we only have 1 copy of the gene. It's not a scaleless animal, but you can see the scaleless head's missing. So 50% of the babies should be scaleless head at least, which is kind of cool for people who are looking to get into the project and maybe don't want to spend a couple grand. They want to spend a couple $100 on a scaleless head. This is a great way to get into it. You know, you buy a scaleless head, you do what I did, and you breed them, produce your own scaleless animals, which is kind of cool because to have a regular ball python lay an egg and then it hatches and you see a scaleless animal crawl out of there, that is just like the coolest thing. So, all right, we're gonna pull these eggs. We're gonna candle them with our phone. Make sure they're all upright. They all look stuck together, so I probably won't move them. I might take this top egg because it's a little high. I might just pull that off if they're really carefully. They're really stuck together really well. When they're stuck together, I don't like to really move them. This one isn't. I'll check this one and make sure it is. But like these, I'm not moving. I'm going to try to get this one off a little bit just because, like I said, I think it's going to be too high for the egg box, and I don't want it touching the top of the egg box because then water gets on it and it could mold. So if I can get this one off, you know, without tearing anything, I'll probably try to pull it off. You know, it seems pretty stuck on there though. But if you know what it is, if you just play with it a little bit, it's like pulling a tooth when you're a kid. You know, you have that loose tooth in your mouth and you're like, this thing's not ready to come out. And meanwhile, by the end of the day, you got it out already because you keep wiggling it and finessing it and playing with it. It really wants to come out. It's just probably needs a couple more days, but you know, see, I got it off there. There you go. Just by playing with it. Never just tear it off because you will tear the egg and then it's going to die. So I'll put my phone up to these in the dark and I'll see where the veins and the embryo lie. When you do that, you can actually see that the veins will go up towards the embryo and then the little air bubble will be here. And that's the side up. I usually mark it with a magic marker like I've shown you in the past. Put them in the egg box over there. And put some saran wrap on top and put them in the incubator. I used to vent my eggs all the time when I only had a couple clutches because I was like neurotically looking at them. I don't even touch them anymore. I don't even touch them. I keep an extra bowl of water in the incubator to keep the humidity high, and I don't touch them at all unless there's a tremendous amount of condensation on the sides of the egg container, and then I might open it up and just wipe it down a little bit. But just let them do their thing. 60 days in there. That's all it takes. That's going to wrap up things for this Monday morning here at Muscle Serpents Daily. As you can see, we had 2 great clutches of eggs, like carpet pythons. Who knows what we could produce with those? That's really exciting. And of course, maybe more scaleless ball pythons are in the cards for us. I just love that. Can't have enough scaleless ball pythons, right? I know some people think it's an abomination, but I'm telling you, you hold one in your hands, you're going to want to have one. Trust me. And the prices are coming down. They're going to be a very, very popular pet very shortly, within the next couple of years. All right, you guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button, guys, and I will be back tomorrow morning.